Look.
I tried not to do speeches. I'm so rude. I had to interview this one lady before. It's a black lady. And I got to her. I knew I was late. So I got to her. And she was just like, I was sitting here, and that was really rude. Sit here. And I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, she ain't seen when you say I'm sorry off rip. They can't say nothing.
But girl, you get it because you black too. You know half the people in your family be late all the time and stuff.
They
Don't.
sure do. I hate that shit. I hate when people are late. Like, I'm always late with other people, but I hate when people are late. Like, I be like, don't you think I got shit to do?
But then when you late, it's like, oh, wait. But no, you have to be understanding because.
But wait, let me explain what happened. My dog got out. I had to go chase him. Like, it was a whole thing, you know. How you doing tonight? You looking gorgeous.
I'm good.
Your skin is glowing.
My served up interview dropped today, so I've been feeling myself.
Yes. How was that served up interview? Like, how did you feel about that? I liked it.
Like actually doing it was weird because even though I know I'm not gonna be on camera, like we were on camera recording it, so it was just like, oh dang, like I can't move a certain way. And
Yeah. I was like, well, this is a different Lindsey.
Yeah.
This is a different Lindsey who's falling in here.
But no, I felt like I had to take it there because I've been calling people out, like, just me, like, and I don't feel like people have really accredited my professionalism when I just casually call people out how I am. So I had to let y'all know
that you can do it either way. Like,
yeah, I can.
It's in you.
So I had to throw everybody off with that one. White people know though. They know.
You need to do that sometimes though, because you can't bring this. It's unfortunate, but you can't bring. What I won't say is unfortunate, because if you're a certain type of hood or ghetto, and I'm trying to conduct business, there's only so many means that I could take in this conversation. You know,
right.
So I do think it's important for us to have that ability to cut on and cut off. You know, because you never know who you're gonna talk to.
And that's what I was telling people. Like, I don't talk like that when I'm on here with you. I don't talk like that with Josh. But I mean, I Julie and Bridget just simply aren't black, so it's just still hard for me to make that adjustment. It doesn't matter how cool they are. Like, I just automatically switch up.
Oh man, it depends. Like I have a good friend of mine. She's been my friend since I was like 15. She's white, but she went to like my school, which is predominantly black. So she's like a white black girl. So for her, I can be who I am all day, every day, because she grew up with me. But if it's someone new and we become cool within the past few years, right. I might not say the things because I say some off the wall shit to my core friends, like some shit that get me canceled.
Yep.
So you know. All right. You ready to go, Miss Lindsey? You ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Where E at? Let's bring E in.
Yes, back for the first time. It's the Mix by E. Come on, girl. Come on down. I hit the button. I'm gonna send an invite. She sent.
That's my girl.
I heard she said hey girl.
Let's see if this camera's turned on the right way.
It is.
I'm looking right at myself. Talk about the camera turned around.
Lord. You did.
No. I'm looking at myself like, is the camera turned around? I ain't even had a drink yet.
Well, I was about to say you've been drinking. I had me.
Look, I haven't even had a chance to get the drink going, but don't worry, it's already getting together.
Oh, good. It looks
good.
We're
gonna do some gin tonight. I'm feeling like ginish tonight. So.
Oh, I took a shot of gin. I did like a little gin mixed with my gin simple syrup just to do something real quick.
That's why I'm gonna do gin.
No,
gin and pineapple. There's something simple, straight to the point for tonight. My daughter just had a playoff game and it was they lost, so my baby's crying, so I don't like that. So we're gonna have a gin and tonic and make it feel better. But I'm still proud of them though. So nonetheless, they made it.
It kicked me out. See, I told you, Instagram hate me.
It kicked you out? What you do?
Girl,
she just left us, E. We were sitting here talking. She left us.
So all of us, and we dead.
I wasn't a
Champagne.
part
Like,
of it. I just got the little invite to come in and hang out for the day, and I was like, okay.
yeah, it was an open. So I think we all forgot that. Like, we knew it was open to the public, but we were so drained. So he is trying to get to know people and talking to us, and we just keeping a mental note of this girl. But we just like, oh my God, we are just so tired. Look, you see, look, Lonnie talking about
More
y'all
than
have been drinking for days. I want to
days and waking up at 8
that was
o'clock
real
in the morning.
Finale.
Yeah, we were, man, that was the day before the finale. We were dead.
Y'all
Like,
were done. Like, I understood. Good. Y'all were like, y'all should have been exactly the way y'all were by then.
I felt so bad. We left her. I was like, dang, that's who that we met her.
It was funny because I was on everybody's line the whole time because I connected with everyone, and I instantly just started like following them through the rest of the challenges and everything. Just like rooting them on, like, okay, girl, I see y'all, because I felt like, I mean, why not? It's all of my people. I don't care whether I knew you for like a long time or not. When y'all brought, you would have thought I was a part of the whole thing the whole entire time. The way how everyone was just like open and welcoming when I walked through the door. So why not? Wow. I was excited.
Before we get too far, let's dial it back a little bit.
Okay.
All right, because y'all know each other, but I don't know her, and the people who watch it, some of them might know her. So let's get to know you.
Let's start that part.
Yeah, let's get to know you. At first, all right, let me tell you how slow I am. I kept reading your name like the mix B _ by E. And I'm like, what is a mix B? That is right.
I
like but I said it's the mix by E.
The mix B.
That's what I was like, the mix B. Okay, all right. But it's the mix by E, right? Mm-hmm. That makes better sense than what I was saying. So tell me about yourself, where you from, what you do, how did you get into bartending?
Okay, so the name came from my name. So we're gonna start with that. My name is Ernice, spelled like Ernice, ERNICE. Often pronounced Ernest, and I don't understand Ernest and Bernice, but that's fine. That's why I go by E. So I hate people say my name wrong, so I just go ahead and cut that part out. So that's where we got the E from. I am born and raised and married in Washington, D.C. I am actually married to my best friend. We've been together since I was 14 years old. We have one kid and a dog, a Shih Tzu. My favorite cute family. It's us three. I got into this bartending industry over the past 3 years. Actually new to it because I wanted to bartend. And every time I had something, I'm always the party person. Anytime we get ready to hang out, do anything, my friends are like, what you mixing? What you mixing? And I'm like, wait, I didn't say I was mixing. I would have drank too. So I always be a designated person always. So that was what kind of got me going. And from there, everywhere when I wanted to go, because I didn't have no really full background of bartending, they always wanted me to serve. And then I was like, I didn't come here to serve. And every time I would start off that way, it would just turn into me serving. And I'm like, that's not what I want to do. They're like, well, you're good. I'm like, that's not what I want to do. So I was going to move on to that. So then from there, I just started like freelancing, doing my own thing. I got my certificate. I did like a training with a local bartender agency here. And right after that, they had a competition going on here. It was like a cocktail convention with like all the DMV bartenders and everyone. Oh, I was supposed to say something. Everyone got together. It was after like our training. So I walked in and did. It was the convention called Big Ass Game Night. So every bartender theme was you had to pick a game. So like a Monopoly, Clue. So my game was Clue. I did Bar Clue, and it was funny because I was like, everyone had like experience, had been bartending for years. So I walked in there just for the experience. I walked away winning #1 cocktail overall, everything. I was so surprised, and then from there, people started asking me for mixes, and I was like, I don't really do it. So then it turned into a little side hustle, to be honest. And then when I started realizing what could really be more of the bar side of things, I started like thinking about like what could I really do with this when the pandemic hit. So at the beginning of the pandemic, I'm not even gonna lie, I was honestly like, who don't want a drink out of my house? I'm thinking like me. Like I'm like, I don't want to drink in nobody's house.
Yeah.
Pandemic. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna figure this out. So I was like, okay. people still was hitting me up crazy. So the pandemic is what really made me like go full out and turn this into like my full business and like start growing my baby. And because I started like real tapping into other things, realizing like how far I could really go with this besides just, you know, being out here just slinging drinks here and there. I'm like, I can really get the whole business. And then I just like started connecting with the right people and really wanting more for it and from my business, because full-time, I skipped that part. Full-time, I've been an admin assistant for a non-profit organization for over 10 years. So customer service is like my strong suit. Hospitality, because I've been at the front, automatically I help out with doing everything at the front. So that automatically, I'm a people person. I've always been that way. So that just made me just want to just like do more into the hospitality side. Like I've always figured like, what do I like? What do I enjoy after doing like admin stuff? So that's what made me like the bar side. And then on top of it, I'm a stage 4 cancer survivor of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I feel like I just want a way to be able to go out and connect with more people. What a better way than the bar? I'm not even going to lie. When I was going through the bar, that's where I was at.
Yeah, you hear some stories in the bar.
That the bartenders were giving, it was like, wow. And then it was like I connected with so many people, and you realize, because honestly, everyone drinks. No matter where, the color of your skin, the caliber you're in, like everyone's going to come to the bar, whether you're going through something or you're happy, you're celebrating, somebody's going to come there. And now it's always like, well, how can I tap in and greet and meet more people? And that's why I want to be here in the bar. So that's my story. Like, if I can meet more people.
What? So now you're doing mixers. How did you learn? Would you say you're self-taught?
So I'm more I would say more self-taught, like, you know, online. Then I took like some training, but I actually did a certification training, the one I was telling you about with a local bartender training here. But besides that, like more self-taught of most of my skills that I have. So that's why I'm looking to actually expand that. I want to learn more about like whiskeys and bourbons and stuff like that, because I don't have a lot of knowledge of those type of different ones.
Well,
so,
you got the bourbon girl right here.
Oh, we always in the DM talking.
Yeah.
When you invited me on here, I was like, well, I'll just make my way to Cleveland. I mean, at this point, like Ohio. What part y'all in? Columbus?
I'm in Columbus.
Yeah. Okay, well, I just need to make my way on that side. At this point, I was like, okay, it's a sign from the Lord.
Y'all in DC, y'all used to driving further distances than we are. So essentially, me and Champagne pretty much right around the corner from each other with the way y'all like to drive.
Oh yeah, okay. And that's that's the fun fact about me. I love road trips. Like I drove to Tampa last year. So yeah.
Ooh. I would love to do a road trip from the East Coast to the West Coast.
Yeah, couple drivers. Yeah,
but I hate mountains, so
I can't be driving for that long. I fly to Cali and I'll meet y'all there.
You don't want to have a road trip?
You don't want the road trip?
Girl, I got a broken ankle on one foot and a bad knee on the other side. I can't be in the car but 30 minutes.
I had a whole hip replacement, girl, 2019. We got this. We can do it.
Yeah, but imagine if you had a hip replacement on one side and then like the other side your knee fucked up. Like that.
Y'all sound out here kicking asses and getting injured by this.
I sound like I'm 60, don't I? I got my knee replaced back in 2000.
Dang. So y'all did the Chocolate City's Best. Walk me through that competition that you guys did. How did you get there? Lindsey, I want to know how you got there too. How did you guys both find out about this competition? And tell us about it.
So, you want me to go first? Was my story?
Yeah, go ahead, because you were a part of it.
So, I actually, I found out about Chocolate City's Best around the same time that I found out about Brown with Balance. The difference in the connection was, I think Capri thought me reaching out was like, I need a job, and she knew she couldn't do something for me on that end. Mm-hmm. So it didn't really connect. I'm like, no, sis, I just need a friend. Like, I just help me. So I entered the competition, and that in 2020, and that got her familiar with who I was. So she was watching me in the next year. And when I started telling my story a little bit more and more particularly about what I was going through in the city, she was like, okay, we need to bring you down here so you can experience this. Not to say she just let me in because my cocktail was shit. My cocktail was fire. Like, I can show y'all my score.
It was
there you go. There's
fire.
community.
And I didn't even see it, but it was fire.
But that was just, I know that my name was just a name she was looking out for when she was going through applications. So when she saw my name, she was like, oh, okay, wait, let's actually look at her cocktail this time, because maybe we didn't look at it before. So I got down there. It wasn't what I expected at all. Like, I kind of had the blueprint of it from previous competitors. Like, I knew it was going to be like a week-long thing. I knew that we would have some courses, but I didn't think they was giving us a fucking itinerary, and we would have to be up at 8 o'clock. Like, we would have to be ready to go by 8:30 every fucking day. I didn't expect that.
Oh, you thought you was gonna kick it?
I didn't think we was gonna necessarily kick it.
I didn't know you was gonna go boot camp for bartenders.
Yeah, like, I thought we was gonna be able to wake up whenever we wanted to wake up, and it was just like
late and get up late.
Yeah, like it was 8 o'clock and 8:30 every day. Like, and y'all know we not willing to wake up that early because we bartenders. Like, every time Capri will walk in the house, I'm a mom. I'm always up at 7, 8 o'clock because I have a kid that's less than 2 years old. She waking me up that early. Every time Capri will walk in, like, oh, you could tell you a mom because why you up early? No, sis, I'm up early because of y'all itinerary.
I'm like, this is not for fun.
Yeah, like, that's why we were so dead on Thursday. Like, I don't think, like, half of us.
And that was at 12.
We was just, like, people would be clapping. We like.
Wait, what are they clapping about?
We don't know because we was half asleep.
And I'm in there like this, trying to get on the thing. I'm in there with my notepad, like, what? Let me sit up front.
No, maybe Vance said some fire ass shit. Cause I know Vance be saying some fire ass shit. Maybe Erlisha hit a major key point. I don't fucking know. We was half asleep, but we knew to clap when it was time to clap. So we look up. We looking around like, wait a minute. It's more than 9 of us here. Like, who is you? Who are you?
And I was up front.
So he sat in the middle of us. Like, he didn't inch in the room and just like sit in the last chair. Like, no, he was in the middle of the crowd. So I'm sitting here. I kept Lonnie falling asleep. And I'm like, Lonnie, who is this? Lonnie, who is this? She's like, girl,
I was full asleep.
Like, girl, leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep. So I'm texting. I'm literally texting the other girls like, y'all, what is going on? Who is these people in here? They like,
it was like 2 other people that were in the back.
Yeah. They're like, remember, it was open to the public. I'm like, oh shit, okay. We don't know them, no, do we? Like, these just random people.
Wow.
Because she was so like, her energy was just, it was somebody like, we felt like we should know who they are. Like, we should know who this girl is. Like, she made it comfortably, came and sat in the middle of the crowd. Like, she's talking to all of us. She's engaging with the panel. We like, who are you? And then ever since then, like, she's been supportive of everybody. So I've been supportive of anything that she's been doing because that's how we thrive in this industry.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tell me about your journey to Chocolate City's biggest in your experience.
So I followed Chrissy. That's who I was the point of contact for the invite to get there. Chrissy was the panelist. And I've been following her for a while since I got into it. Like I told you, I'm mainly self-taught. So I was started finding other people who I feel like I could identify with the style of bartending that I would love to implement with my twist to it. And she was a person, so I always have her notifications on. And I seen when she posted that you can do it. And I've been trying to meet her in person because she's from Maryland also. And I didn't get a chance to go to her, something she had. It didn't work out, the dates didn't work out. And I'm like, well, I'm going this day. I don't have nothing to do. I'm going this day. And I went because I really wanted to meet Christy. And it actually just turned into a really great experience with meeting so many more people who I've been connecting with. And I'm like, wow, I really am happy that I decided that day to get out the house. I work from home now. So I'm more in the house on the day. And I'm like, well, and my phones are almost tied to me, so I can't like move around like I want to. So I'm like, well, I'm taking this phone with me today, and I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna do what I gotta do to grow my business because me working this 9 to 5, great, but I still need to work on me and what I'm going moving forward after sitting through the pandemic. So that's how I got there, and just wanted to learn, wanted to know more. Like it was like basically the topic was, what was the topic?
It kind of different.
Oh, it was basically about like partnerships and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, learning how to do that type of things. Like, how do you go about doing like partnerships? That's what they were talking about. And that's what Chrissy Taylor and something about that. And I know I wanted to work on that, knowing because you have to be in the right room to connect to even be able to have that. So if me wanting to do more actual like mixing like parties, like right now, I'm getting a little tongue tied right now. So like actually like mixers. So like on site, you need sponsors and stuff like that. With me being like freelance, so I need a type of sponsorship. So that's what actually drew me to this event, and that's how I
came in the right room to learn that day. You had me in that room. You had Capri. You had Mike Holiday.
They were dropping gems, like major, like the things that you need to know about to move forward. Basically about how we hold ourselves back because we don't ask the right questions. How it was just like, yeah.
The people in that room are so.
It was fire.
These people in that room that started maybe 8 to 10 years ago, and they did a lot of the fight, so we didn't have to deal with half the bullshit that they dealt with.
Wife and homesick.
So how can other people get a part of this? Other bartenders. How can I?
I was like,
Champagne, you're not about to do that because I told you to enter the Chocolate City's Best competition the same time.
I'm getting in.
I didn't know what that was. When we met,
girl,
that was the first
like
competition
up for the next
I ever had.
Champagne, don't play with me because I send you everything, and
you do.
And I told you,
was drinking that day. She missed it.
No. Lindsey sends me a lot of stuff, but I have so many things going on that it's hard for me to focus. So when Lindsey sends it to me, I have every intention to do it.
I
but
think
then like
working at that time, and you
couldn't. Yeah, I was working. I was working like full time.
Yeah, so but don't say how can you get a part because now
so
it's
just a competition. Can you send it this year? Because I want to do it this year.
All right, I'll help you with your interest.
You make sure you send it. Send it always. Because we up in here. You know what?
You need to enter next year. So I do. I want to enter this year. I'm so excited about this.
And listen, Lonnie is one of the main people.
Lonnie was yes.
Lonnie won. Shout out to my L Squad.
I saw Lonnie. Yeah, she's
Lonnie won.
I gotta reach out to her. I think we connected already.
Her flavor, like I don't know where the fuck this girl thinks of these damn flavors, but the cocktails that she puts together. Oh my God.
Wow, we gotta get her on here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
She helped me. I was so stuck. So Woodford has their Manhattan Experience competition, and I wanted to enter it because I kept overlooking it for the past couple years, and I just had a brain fart, and I'm like, Lonnie, help me. And I told her like what I was trying to do with my cocktail, and sis laid it out there, told me what to do, and those 2 cocktails that I put together, I ain't trying to toot my horn or nothing, but them cocktails was fucking fire, and I have to credit Lonnie to that wholeheartedly. Like Lonnie is one of the goats in this industry, and watch end of 2022, y'all gonna be seeing her everywhere.
Definitely, she definitely did. I watched all of them. The last competition. I watched all of those.
Underrated because she came in the house. She was always asleep, and she was always quiet. So we like, what's up with her? We like, what's up?
From what y'all explained, it was tiresome. She was trying to get napping.
He was thinking about her next concoction while y'all over there was talking. She was like, I'm a
man. When she got up on that stage on Monday, that first day, I was like, so I'm sitting here because she seemed. On the outside, she seemed so timid. So I'm like, no, girl, you got it. Like, just be confident. And she got up on that stage on Monday and was doing her. I'm like, oh, she ain't need none of my fucking advice. This girl. But yeah, you gotta enter Champagne, and you here too. You right there.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what Chance said. I met Chance there too, and he said the same thing that day. If he could have signed me up, that's like he would have signed me up. He was like, "You gotta do it. You gotta do it." I was like, "Oh, let me know. I'm down."
When do they? Do y'all know when they start like opening up for the rounds, just like a pre-plan in advance? Because we got so much going on this year. We got bartending week next month, right?
Huh?
I said we have bartending week next month, right?
Yeah, not bartenders week is next week. Next month.
It's black, yeah.
So what do y'all do when y'all have that?
Girl, you can
I just follow Lindsey.
I'm just so used to putting black in front of everything. It's not just for black people.
Oh, it's not.
No, it's
black people. You have me being racist out here. Stop
I'm used to you always starting stuff.
Black everything. Black.
These are black trash bags. It's only for black people.
Why did you bring me white trash bags? I don't want those away.
Why is my water bottle not black? Black History Month.
Why my
This chicken isn't fried black enough for me. Go back. Try it again.
No, but it's open. I was about to do it again. It's open to everybody. Like, you don't have to be black people. Okay. You can follow. Everyone. There's actually a page for it. But Brown and Balance is gonna be out there, and that's why I've been pushing everybody, because anything black, I'm behind. Brown and Balance is gonna be out there, so that's why I've been trying to get the black presence. But
is this San Diego or where is it? San Diego? Okay.
Yep. There's actually a page, Bartenders Weekend, on here for people to follow, so you can.
I'm going out there. I'm about to. I haven't gone crazy in a minute.
That's next week, you said, or next month?
Next month.
I've been in the gym hard. I'm about to wear this swimsuit.
Oh my goodness! I already seen you. Somebody
booty about to be popping.
You gonna give it to him like that? I stand you.
I'm gonna throw it at them. See if they can catch it, and then see if they can serve it right back to me.
Oh.
Okay. So you're in DC, right?
Yeah.
So how's the bartending thing for you? Have you ever done any restaurants or any bars, or are you more so just been like kind of your own independent woman?
My own independent woman. I haven't been able to get into it. That's what I was saying. Like, basically everywhere I went, they wanted me to serve because I didn't already have prior bartending experience.
I hate that.
Restaurant. So they wanted me to automatically serve, but they never even gave me the opportunity to even show what I had. I'm like, okay, give me.
I was working at a place, and they had me bartending or serving, and I signed on to be a bartender. I just helped out with serving because they were so short. And I was there for 6 months, never moved.
They said you will do that for 2 weeks. And then we'll see after you get the menu, the POS system, get that part down, and then we'll start training. I was like, it's a month.
Yeah. I don't even have a problem with that process because I think it's important.
Exactly.
You should learn. But there should be a natural progression to, okay, we've had you serving for a month now, you know everything in and out. Let's move to these cocktails.
Yep.
But they'll keep you there as long as possible and go outside and hire new fucking bartenders to come in.
It's because you're black. Because they do that with the white people. Let's talk about it. They do that with the white people. They will hire a white server in. And then a month later, if she says, oh my God, I think I really want to get behind the bar because I think it's going to be really fun, they will entertain her being behind the bar. But meanwhile, they'll get people like the three of us on here who have experience as a bartender and say, oh, I don't have any room behind the bar. Let me just start you off as a server. And you're
They hired a whole new green behind the ears. He ain't know what a jigger was. He ain't know what a pour count was. And I'm like, oh, I got to get the fuck up out of here.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly how it went down. And after that, the pandemic happened to me. So I was like, well, that's what happened. The pandemic happened after that because I did that in 2019. And then, going into 2020. And that's what it been. And I was like, well, I'm not going to let it stop me. I mean, I'm going to keep doing it. And I just started doing events and stuff like that. And this building, I would connect with different bartenders. So they would teach me different little techniques and different things like that. That's how I learned most of the things that I know and went from there. And then the more experience of getting on the events and doing that and being more confident. But it's about getting out there. It's trusting yourself. It's not like you have to really be like the smartest person in the world, but you have to be smart. To bartend.
What's one thing you wish you would have had on your journey that you did not have?
Ooh. One thing?
Okay.
At least.
I will say proper, like, full experience training. Like, I did, like, you can go to do these classes where people say they're going to train you, and you're paying for these sessions, and then they have these, being able to go and do hands-on like, after they do the training. It's like, you don't get that. And I'm going to be completely honest, and that's what's going through Black people. You know, our own. Like, I went through a Black-owned company and did my bartending, to get my certification. You need that to work in a restaurant. And I didn't get full training. It's like, nowhere you go, they really want to fully train you. And it's like, when I say train you, I mean, like, teach me your technique and how you want things to be done.
Yep.
Instead of just, automatically, because everywhere you go, you have to have experience, any job you work on. So if you don't, how can I get the experience to work in a bar if I'm not hired for a job that's willing to train me to work in a bar? So that's the thing that I feel like. So that's it. Like, the fact of quality training. Like,
oh yeah,
or a fair chance.
Mm-hmm.
A great opportunity. Like, I mean, like I said, we started off serving. Are we going? Let's give me a shot to see. Like, okay, it was short, and it was fine. You would be on the side making non-alcoholic cocktails, but I couldn't do the others. And I'm like, oh, so I'm good to fill in, but I can't do the full bar.
Right.
And that was the part that was pissing me off, because they were short several times, because I did the closing shift. So plenty of times it was the chain restaurant. So it's like everything by the menu. So it wasn't like it was hard. This chain restaurant, you're doing everything exactly how it is.
And the cocktails are like 3 ingredients.
Exactly. So and then it's crazy, because it's like, I could have lied and gave them all these things I did and made this resume look real nice and did all that, and they would have threw me right in there.
Yep.
And like you said, you see people come in there that said they had all this experience, and they in the bar, and I'm looking at them while I'm serving. I'm like, sis, they sent this back because they said it's too much sweet and sour. And I have to look at it. It's thick. It's thick as hell. It's a sweet and sour jam. Like, why not see it? What is this?
You see what he said?
I don't necessarily agree with that.
What's the question?
And I'll gladly explain why I agree with that.
So before you explain, Lindsey, because people are going to watch this and this will not show up.
Okay,
so what you're about to explain.
So the comment says, one trick to get behind the bar from being a server is be the most popular server. Owners like to put the most popular and charismatic employee behind the bar. And I'll tell you why I disagree with that. I'll just completely base it off my experiences. I'll let people form their own opinion. The end of 2020, sent my resume to a bar to be a bartender. This is after I've already worked at all the credited bars that guaranteed me jobs. And they have up until that one particular fucking spot. They call me in. So we don't have any room behind the bar, but we'll hire you in as a server. I needed a job at that moment. I was like, hey, all right, whatever. Literally 2 days after that, I get a notification from Indeed that the very spot that hired me is seeking bartenders. So that may be true. That statement may be true in some instances, and it has been true in some instances for me, but that's not always the case. And I think that people have to acknowledge the fact that some bars just simply do not want Black people, specifically Black women, behind their bars. There are a lot of bars that are very old school in the sense that they want those well-groomed white men behind their bars.
A lot of places I have worked in, I could agree with that, with what you're saying.
We have to, the whole thing with bringing change and diversity into the scene is to acknowledge every problem. And it's not just necessarily, this is a racist or this is a sexist thing, but some people are just so conditioned into the ways of their industry and the ways of their lifestyle. They might not necessarily be sexist or racist at all. These are just ideologies and practices that they are taught. I had a previous boss that was a biracial boss.
Like, though, you're looking at it solely from like a racial position, which you're
That's
right.
what it is.
But I also look at it from
if
I have somebody in here who they're not as funny or popular as this person, I don't care how many years they had behind the bar.
But you're
this
not
person is making more money.
You're not the bar owner though. That's the thing.
If I am the bar owner, I would totally put the more popular person behind the bar because they're going to get more money from me.
We have to look at what is actually happening, especially as 3 Black women on this call. Are you sitting here telling me that you get the same experiences and the same opportunities as your white counterparts? Do you feel
different? No, to agree to you, no. For what you're saying, no, I don't agree with that. I do not agree that I get the same experience as white people. But to OKC, I think that's a little bit different than what he's looking at it from. He doesn't have that same type of racial discrimination factor on a regular basis like we have.
And that's why
I can't see it from that.
And that's why I'm laying that out
he can't see it, but he's speaking from it from like the all lives. Well, not all lives matter, but like,
I get
hey,
that.
we're all friends, you know.
I get that, but this is 3 Black women on this call, so we need to look at it. And this
is like y'all Black people discriminate against our own Black people more than anything on this side where I'm from on my end. My experience, I feel like it wasn't a racial thing. It was more. It was all Black people where I was working. And
hold on, but this is the next point that I'm gonna make. Toxic masculinity is not subjective just to white people. Toxic masculinity is an ideology that was adapted by white people that other cultures tend to adapt. And ultimately, the main victims of that toxic masculinity are Black women. We will be secluded by white men. We will be secluded by white women. We will be secluded by Black men and Black women because of that ideology and that toxic masculinity. And that's why they look at your resume and they see you are fully equipped to be behind that goddamn bar, but you just do not fit the image of what their toxic masculinity says they should have behind their bar. So they don't put you behind the bar. That is a problem.
So I should put the person who is the most qualified behind my bar but doesn't make as much and over the person who's going to make more money for me.
How do you know how much money people are making if they've never gotten behind the bar?
I mean, you give them a chance. You don't just look at them and just like, nah,
but people aren't.
You're not gonna work.
People aren't giving.
No, we're not even given a chance.
Okay, well, yeah, that's different. That's different. Absolutely. You gotta give people a chance to see who's gonna rock and who's not.
What you make as a server, what you bring to the company as a server is completely different than what you bring to the company as a bartender. What I bring to the company as a server is always going to be more because people are going to spend more money on food than what they are on cocktails. So you can't do that. You can look at it.
Money maker. That's why it's like, I guess that's what they would just go ahead and throw you into. Because if they're a restaurant, their thing is to sell these plates. In a sense, I feel like. So maybe that's the difference I want to see with actually getting into an actual bar. And right now they might be a little simple because they begging bartenders right now. And then I'm like, I don't want to do it.
They don't like big personalities with us.
That has not been my situation. That has not been my personal experience.
You have a bubbly personality. You are pro-Black, but you're not necessarily that person that if they do some fuck shit, they know to be scared of you. They don't.
So what you saying, Lindsey? Say it, girl. Say it.
Girl, you know what I'm saying. You not. I mean, we've had these conversations. So you'll help.
No, we all read.
We all read.
It's true. And that's true, Lindsey, because if you sit there and you start talking too much about Black stuff, it makes those white people in white spaces uncomfortable if they're not woke as you, which means then you become that, oh, I don't like fucking with her because you speak the truth.
But I don't talk like this.
What about when it's all Black people? I'm still discriminated. So what is?
Oh,
when it's all
let's talk
black
about
people
this.
and you're
All
still
black people, you still discriminated?
Yeah. So what is that?
Are you discriminating against men or just whom? Who are you discriminating against? Who's discriminating against you?
No, I'm saying that's from my experience. My experience, it was no white people in the mix. So when I was talking about it not giving opportunity, there were more all
I've
black
been discriminated
management.
against with everybody, except black women, in the sense of black women are not owning the bars in Cleveland.
Did you feel like, in your case, who was getting the chances? Who were they? Were they male? Were they female? Like, tell me who you felt. Not names or anything, but like,
Girl, I ain't gonna say no names.
Like was getting
I ain't
over.
gonna
What
say no
gender
names. I ain't gonna say no names, but no.
I'm not trying to get shut down so early.
No, we ain't doing that.
Thank
but
you.
I feel like honestly, it was more so the fact that with black people, our people, it's like who you know. That's who they put on. Like how you feel so strong about that's maybe how it is in Cleveland, but here in Washington D.C., DMV area, I feel like our own people will overlook you no matter what you qualify for, what you're bringing forward, because of the fact that they may have a friend that don't like you. One, that's the dumbest thing. Or if anyone's close by, like, they will overlook what you have going on, depending on what's going on. They already know you. They already know you. Or you say,
you feel like that in DC?
Yes, born and raised here. Definitely.
I don't, girl, I don't discredit you. I'm asking like, oh shit.
I get way more support from people outside this area.
No, sis, I don't discredit you. I'm shocked to say that. Like,
every situation is different. That's why we talk to people so we can learn. That's what Rosie. Yeah, I believe that.
I don't discredit. It's a shocker. I'm not gonna lie. It's a shock, but I don't discredit you. I'm not from there.
I worked in an all black bar, and I was one of the top. I'm so sorry, my dog is over here barking. I was one of the top bartenders in how I treated people.
Hold on, wait.
Quick I was. Oh, sorry.
I think she froze.
Oh, did she froze?
Yeah, I think
she'll be back. All right. How I treated people and everything. I mean, she don't jump right back. I was one of the top bartenders. But I'm also chubby as hell. I'm a thicker chick. I'm heavier. So a real life story.
I was listening. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Wow. So like I was saying,
it looked like we were like, fuck you, bitch.
Y'all did. Y'all really just played me weak. That hurts my feelings so bad. I'm over here going through a traumatic experience, trying to share with y'all.
No, but real quick, before you cut out, I was
too fat.
I'm not discrediting your experiences. I was just shocked to hear that, because that I hear about DC in particular is that scene is so unified, especially for the black people. So it was just a shock when you said that. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's who you know. It's not everyone like you linked in with the right people.
Yeah.
But because like me, mind you, I'm freelance, so no one knows me. So if you know someone, oh yeah, I work at this bar with this person. I work at this bar with that person. Oh yeah, my cousin. Oh, this person worked with them. Oh, I trained them. So I'm gonna put them on with all these bars in this area because I trained them.
Yeah, I give.
It's a complete difference, because like that's what I said, the full experience and the fair opportunity. Because if I was given that, I feel like I would have been at a bar. Because with my training, it was given that I was supposed to be having full on nights, shadow shifts, stuff like that. And I already know. I feel like my personality and everything behind the bar, me doing that, and my skill set all together, I don't feel like you would be like, you don't want all this goodness in your bar. You want me.
But it's who you know, who they think is the cutest. There was light-skinned chicks who got put over me all the time. All the time.
And I say that especially I definitely try to highlight that as a lighter complected woman, because I think with me saying it in particular versus y'all saying it, it hits a little bit harder. I know for a fact I got my start how I got my start because I'm lighter. If I was darker complected with a fro, with hips and an ass, y'all, half these places not hiring me. And then let's say I had a name like Champagne.
Or Ernie.
Yeah, or my name is Lindsey Stanner.
I know, right?
And I'm light as hell. Like, come on,
and you pull up and like, wait, what do we do?
And some places are shocked, like, oh damn, you Lindsey? I thought you was gonna be white and blonde and skinny as hell.
And they
but then there are some places that's like, oh, okay, you diverse a little bit, but you're not too diverse, so we can deal with it. So I acknowledge that, and I definitely understand that a lot, and that's why I always say that I have had better opportunities than some people in my city, because where I started off at, even when he interviewed me, he said after a couple months of working here, you can go anywhere in the country. And just for shits and giggles, I was applying to places just to see the response. Girl, I was getting calls back from California 3 months after being at this bar. 3 months.
Wow,
But
that's dope.
would you be able to come up to Cleveland and get that opportunity? Probably not.
No, because I'm fat and black. That's
It's
why.
not even that first of all, you stop sleeping on yourself. You done lost a lot of fucking weight since I met you back in gym.
You see my video?
So stop. And then I think you put your weight out there the other day. Bitch, we the same size. Stop playing with me, okay?
Nah, baby. I throw these hips at you. You gonna fall down.
No,
okay?
You thicker than a Snicker, baby, but you're not fat. Don't do that. We're not doing that. Don't say that's the reason.
You the other day, popping out, showing off all the sexy, giving them all the. It's like, oh, DM was going on. Like,
oh my gosh, you guys, we have 9 minutes left. I call this my I stole this from Brown and Balance. It's my.
Wait, can I ask a question first before I know what question you're doing? Can I ask a question first? Because my
yes, ask your question.
How can we support you in your endeavors as somebody that is not? We can't just say, "Oh, go show my girl eat love at this bar." How can we support you aside from just sharing posts? And like, we're in Ohio in particular, so any cocktails you sell, we technically can't buy it because you legally can't ship it to it. Yeah. So how can we support you from all the way?
Great question. This was actually a great start from right here, because right now with what's going on live, I'm being exposed to all of you all's followers. So when they do come into the area and they're staying at some area Airbnbs or whatever on their side of town, make sure they tap in. Yeah, I hear that. And you know, that's a good question. I can't even think of. You already repost and share things, and then we'll be us doing this.
Do you want us to expose you
with some type of
hear about? Do you want us to expose you to opportunities that we hear about?
I was ready to say. Maybe we can do something where that maybe you let me know where the opportunities, as far as when the events that comes on, maybe I can travel. I'm looking to add different things to it, so definitely that's how I can use the support with building my clientele, because I'm definitely down for adding the travel thing into it with the 2022. That's the move, because I want to get out there anyway.
So. You should be a speaker in our workshops that we working on that we ain't talk about in detail yet.
I mean, because honestly, to be this was actually great for me, because I haven't done any lives. I don't do it. So now when she first asked me, I was like, oh my goodness, like what? But that was on my list for 2022. So when I went back to my, I have a coaching session that I do twice a week. And I was sharing with them, I was like, okay, this is alignment. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Because when you first hit me up, I was like, wait, okay. That's what you said you want to do, so that's what I'm going to do. And I told you that. So getting uncomfortable. So how you can support me more, definitely. Like, let me know about opportunities that you may have where I might need to fly out there. Work some events. You never know. Yeah. Y'all might get some hits. Somebody may be doing something on this area. You never know. We could do it together.
So obviously we gotta have her on in the future more. So and then we'll have actually topics.
We could definitely start it with
you that. Fire Miss E. You fire Miss E.
Thank you all too. That's why I didn't mind hopping on it all. Like already, I went back and watched her. I was like, I watched one. It was like, yeah. Next week, no problem.
Yes.
So what's your question?
Go ask the question.
I am the last dinner question. I stole it from Brown and Balance. 5 people you would like to serve a cocktail to, dead or alive. Go.
5 people I can serve a cocktail to, dead or alive. Oh, I need my best friend to come back, because I need for her to get this cocktail, because she was the first one to be like, yeah, you need to stop promoting yourself more, doing your thing. I need Obama to get one, because he's a Leo. He's a fire sign like myself. I need for wait. Oh,
can I?
No. I don't even know if I like that many people. Oh, sorry. 5 people.
You got 3 more. Dead or alive?
I'm gonna serve my husband a cocktail, definitely, because I already know.
Gotcha.
And
don't judge me.
I'm totally judging you.
I
I'm
need to
right there.
throw both of y'all to a cocktail at this point because we didn't talk about them. I ain't had one in mind. So that's
I know. I want to try this cocktail. Oh, if we come out to DC, what you doing with us? Like, show us a good night. Show us a good time. What we doing?
Oh, definitely we can do that because we gonna start off with pregame because that's what we do here. We pregame.
Right. Okay.
She loves cranberry. She having a cranberry cocktail.
It depends on the season when you get here because it might not be cranberry. So we're definitely gonna pregame first because that's what we do, and then from there we're gonna go ahead and bar hop and we're gonna find some good food definitely because I'm gonna eat good. I ain't there for nothing. I'm gonna eat good.
What you keep showing?
Keep right.
Yeah, we like what you
You'll have to watch it in the replay.
Yeah.
They got it out there. Okay, so we have to take a trip. We gotta take a road trip.
I'm trying to take a trip
to
too.
DC. You wanna come to Ohio?
Girl, no, you don't. Unless you coming for All-Star Weekend, don't come, baby. I'm not.
I'm
DC.
It ain't
we're not as horrible as Lindsey is saying we are.
Girl,
you in Columbus. Don't do that. You in
Columbus.
We got don't play us that hard. Don't play us that bad, Lindsey. Damn, we need the people. We work in bars. We need the people to come and see us. We're not that bad. We're just
in a bar.
Girl, don't come up here. Girl, don't. I'll come to you.
She from there.
So like I said, we have our stuff here in Ohio, but we're not like DC at all. What were you about to say? Quit shitting on us. We have some good stuff.
She's so far away from me that when I talk about my city, she like, no, we not like that. And it's like, girl, you not even nowhere near me.
So yeah,
in the sense that like, so other people like out of state.
My girl was just in Ohio like a few weeks ago. She has family.
Yeah, but traveling 2 hours for somebody that's out of state, that's a quick trip. But here, like 2 hours, like you got to plan to make that trip. Like if I say Champagne, I'm about to come see you, I have to plan at least for a day or two. Like it's not just
driving to Virginia. That was a regular.
Yeah, y'all do that on the regular. We don't do that on the regular up here.
Oh wow.
No, we do not. You know, I'm also a poor broke bartender, so
that's why we ain't seen each other since the Makers Market.
I know we do, so that's why we're saving our money. I'm working really hard. I got some events coming up because I'm coming to San Diego. Like I might have to sleep in a car, but I'm coming to San Diego.
You know, it's in March. I need to see what the dates are. I'm looking at dates up if I can see what dates are.
Yeah, girl, we come out here. We party.
Long as not knowing March 20th weekend.
Ooh, baby, that's the weekend.
My child and her will turn 18, 21, something. Yeah.
It's March 17th, 18th through the 20th, I think.
The 18th through the 20th?
It's like 18th.
Go ahead, count me out.
We do need to talk about the amount of days. Because if it's like 3 days, cool. But if it's like 7, I don't know why I was thinking 7 days. Because I think we said week.
It's a literal weekend.
That's good.
The 20th to the 22nd.
20th to the 22nd. Thank you, Barnor, Boston.
I am sad now. I'm getting really excited about
that's Big Sis. So y'all go follow her. Y'all, that's Big Sis. That's Brown and Balance alum.
Okay.
She's a gem. Yes, super supportive. Go follow her, y'all.
She said, "I'm gonna see y'all there. I'm gonna see you there, guys." It's 9:59.
My daughter turning 15.
Thank you so much for joining. Ernice. Is it Ernice?
She's nice.
Ernice. Oh no, correct her.
It's Ernice. Because I was trying to remember how she puts it together. Because I'm like, it's not Ernest, it's Ernice. Because she's nice.
And she's nice. That's the part. There you go.
See.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. This was a ball. We definitely do this again. Thank you.
Yes, Liz. As always, my Cleveland bourbon girl, Lindsey. Thank you so much for joining me. She got her bonnet on. She's ready.
Put the bonnet on like you knew it was the end of the time. You couldn't even wait.
Yeah, she was like, I don't know what y'all doing.
Pass out. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I'm about to pass out as soon as I hit end call.
You know what?
I got
good night.
More things to do tonight, so I'm gonna be up for a little bit. I got.
I'm not finished.
Is that? Wait, no. Is that Delbert's torch?
No.
Oh, you snitching on live? I'm hanging up.
Yes, I am, because he swear to God I stole his fucking.
You violate.
Nah, this is my torch, baby. I'm about to light some shit on fire.
He swear to God I stole his torch at the competition, and I still ain't located it yet.
You better check his ass in. You tell D Ferg.
Hold on,
You
I
ain't got it. I ain't got it. Cause somebody comes from my motherfucking torch. They want to fight me.
I love y'all. I'm getting off here.
Thanks for joining me, ladies. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Check us out every Monday at 9 p.m. EST. Follow the Cleveland Bourbon Girl. Follow the Mixed by _E, not the Mixed by E. But if you want to say it like that, I'm not gonna stop you. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I hope you be safe, be sound, be loved. Bye.
Bye.